Nobody is asking you to speak like a Gen Z. That would be too much. But when someone uses these words on you, and you smile and nod and have no idea what just happened, that is a problem. Understanding them, that you need. And today we fix that. Hi everyone, and welcome to Massie's World, where we learn a fun, real English together. I'm really happy you're here. Today, we're doing insider phrases. These are words and expressions you hear all the time. You wonder about them for a second, and then life moves on, and you never quite get around to looking them up. I know you've been there, but Massey's got your back. So let's look them up together. One quick thing before we start. Gen. That's short for generation, as in a group of people born around the same time, shaped by the same world. Gen Z, Generation Z, is anyone born roughly between 1997 and 2012. So in 2026, we're talking about people who are roughly 14 to 29 years old. They grew up with the internet, smartphones, social media, TikTok, and they basically built a new language on all of it. And that language is now everywhere in shows, in movies, in conversations, and in your text messages. 11 phrases, all used constantly nowadays. Some of them didn't even exist 10 years ago. All of them yours by the end of this video. Let's start with the biggest one, the one that was crowned Oxford Word of the Year 2023, which honestly says everything. Rizz. Rizz. It means the natural ability to charm or attract people effortlessly. And I want to be clear, it's not about looks, it's not about anything physical, it's about confidence, timing, and delivery. Someone with rizz makes people want to be around them without even trying. You use it like this. He walked in and had instant rizz. She didn't even stand a chance. Rizz comes from the word charisma. Someone just cut the first 5 letters off and made it even better. You can also say someone rizzed you up. It means they charmed you, which is either very romantic or slightly concerning. Depends entirely on the situation. But don't use it in formal or professional settings. Your boss doesn't want to be told they have rizz. Trust me on this. This next one is 2 words for the price of one. Cap or no cap. No cap means I'm being completely serious, no lie. And cap means a lie. It's the opposite. An exaggeration. No cap is how Americans say, I mean it. Cap is how they call someone out for lying. Short, direct, and slightly devastating. You can say, that was the best meal of my life. No cap. Or if someone says something you don't believe, you just say cap. One word, conversation changed completely. Low key or high key. These two always travel together. Low key means secretly, quietly, or a little bit. High key means openly, strongly, and very much. Think of low key as I like this, but I'm trying to stay cool about it. And high key as I like this, and I'm not even pretending otherwise. You can say, I low key love this song, or I high key need a coffee right now. They replace kinda and very, but with much more personality. I low key use both of these all the time. And again, don't use these in professional or written communication. An email that says, I high key disagree with this proposal will not land the way you think. Slay. This one has been around for a while, and I don't think it's going anywhere. Slay means to do something brilliantly, to look amazing, to absolutely nail it. It is a compliment and a reaction at the same time. It can slay a presentation, slay an outfit, or just slay in general. As a one-word response, it means, yes, that was excellent, and I approve completely. You can say, she walked in and slayed. No notes. No notes, by the way, that's a bonus phrase. It means perfect, nothing to add, nothing to fix. And it's originally from music production. Now used for everything from outfits to pasta. One thing to be careful about, Slay said flatly sounds sarcastic. It needs energy behind it. Say it like you mean it, or don't say it at all. The ick. The ick. The ick is a sudden feeling of disgust towards someone you were previously attracted to, triggered by something completely small and trivial. It's not a deal breaker, it's worse than a deal breaker. It's a feeling you cannot unfeel, and what causes it is always slightly absurd. The way they chew, the way they hold a pen, and the phrase you want to memorize is, "It gives me the ick," or "That gave me the ick." For example, he was perfect, and then I saw him jog to catch a bus. It gave me the ick. The ick was added to the Cambridge Dictionary. So, yes, it is officially a real word now. It really captures that specific feeling when attraction just vanishes, or something completely irrational. You can meet someone wonderful, and the way they hold their fork ends everything. Now, I have to ask you, has anyone ever done something that immediately gave you the ick? Tell me in the comments. I feel like this is going to be very entertaining. Main character energy. This one is a concept as much as a phrase. Main character energy is the quality of someone who moves through life like they are the protagonist, confident, unbothered, intentional. Someone with main character energy doesn't shrink in a room. They walk in like the story revolves around them, in a good way, not in an arrogant way. You can say she quit her job, moved cities, and started over. Total main character energy. The opposite of main character energy is being an NPC. NPC comes from video games. It stands for non player character. Someone who just follows the script, same routine every day, no real choices, no real story. Nobody wants to be an NPC. Everybody wants to be main character. Wouldn't you agree? Mid. Mid. Short, brutal, very Gen Z. Mid means average, mediocre, underwhelming, not bad enough to hate, and not good enough to care about. You can say, the movie was mid. I finished it, but I won't think about it again. Here's what makes mid very interesting. It's actually worse than saying something was bad, because bad means it got a reaction. Mid means it wasn't even worth a reaction. You say it with zero emotion, which is somehow more devastating. It burns. Terrible means you felt something. Mid means you felt nothing. It's giving. It's giving. This one takes a second to understand, and then you just can't stop using it. It's giving means it creates a certain vibe, impression, or feeling. It reminds you of something. It's a way of describing the energy something radiates without saying it directly. It lets you paint a picture in 3 words. You can say, this cafe is giving old Paris. That outfit is giving 1970s rock star. This meeting is giving complete chaos. Just remember, what comes after it's giving needs to be a vibe, an era, or a feeling, not something literal. You can't say it's giving a table. It just doesn't work like that. Delulu. I love this one. This one is so playful and slightly mean in a loving way. Delulu is short for delusional. Delusional. And that means completely out of touch with reality, believing something that has no basis in fact. Usually about a situation or a person who is just not that into you. You use it when someone's hopes or expectations are completely disconnected from reality. It's teasing, but not clinical. It's what you say when a friend thinks the person who likes one of their photos from 3 years ago is in love with them. You can say, she thinks he's going to text her back. She's delulu. There's actually a Gen Z philosophy around this word. Delulu is the solulu. Solulu is for solution. Solulu. It means sometimes being a little delusional is what gets you through, believing in something before there's any evidence for it, which honestly is not the worst advice I've ever heard. Just use this playfully, always. If you use it critically, it stops being funny and starts being unkind. Living rent free in my head. The most poetic of them all, living rent free in my head. It means something or someone you can't stop thinking about, even though you don't want to. It's for the song you hate but can't stop humming, the conversation you replayed 100 times, and the person you told yourself you were over. They moved in, they pay nothing, and they're still there. You can say, that song has been living rent free in my head for a week. I don't even like it. What I love about this phrase is that it usually captures that specific feeling, the one that arrives without warning and refuses to leave. That thought that pays nothing and takes up everything. That tracks. This one is quieter than the others, but once you know it, you hear it everywhere. That tracks means that makes sense. I'm not surprised. That's exactly what I expected from this person. Is the phrase you use when something confirms what you already knew or suspected. You say it calmly, without drama, like you saw it coming from a mile away. You can use it like this: he forgot his own birthday. That tracks. It only works when something doesn't surprise you. And the whole point of it is, of course, that happened. Let's see what stayed with you. Say the answer out loud. Number one, when you want to say you're being completely serious, you say, number two, when you suddenly feel a feeling of disgust towards someone, you say, number three, the movie was average. It was forgettable. You say it was. Number four, your friend thinks someone likes them back. Zero evidence. His. Number five, someone has natural charm and attraction. They have. Number six, that cafe feels like 1920s Paris. You say. Number seven, he forgot his wallet again. You say. Number eight, that song won't leave your head. It's been. Number nine, she walked in and looked amazing. You say. Number 10, you secretly wanted to stay home tonight. You want to cancel. If you got 10 out of 10 correct, you speak 2026. Missed a few? No worries at all. Watch this again. That second what is where it really goes in. Which one of these did you like? Are you going to use any of them in your speaking? Tell me in the comments. No cap. Next time, we're going to go somewhere where your English matters more than you think, and where one word can change everything. Stay curious, stay consistent, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.